So, part 2 of the goodies that were waiting for me after my return home from holidays. In this part, I have a couple of decks that I received just before I left and that I'm still due to do reviews of, but again, I haven't had time to really use them. So I just want to make sure that a lot of you know this deck. I've shown it before as well. It's by Claire Mack, and she has created a couple of oracle decks that a lot of us love and is in possession of. And this tarot deck is like very familiar to Claire's art style. So if you know her style, you will probably enjoy this deck. As with tarot, you know, I always think when you do an oracle deck, it's so much easier. Tarot gives you structure, and sometimes depending on what type of art you do, it might be less or more easy to engage with tarot archetypes. In most cases, I think Claire did a great job. There's a couple of cards when, you know, as usual, you go like, I don't know if I see it. But I remember watching a review of this deck. Claire sent this to me for a review, but I watched it online before I said, oh yeah, I would love to review it. And I remember the person who was doing a review was going, I don't know about this card. And I was, you know, watching it and thinking, I get it. And I felt like I get most of the cards from this deck. And again, some are really incredible. It's more on the abstract side as with Claire's artwork. You know, it's kind of loosely based on Rider-Waite-Smith, but as you can see, you kind of, you know, you really can totally float away from the system if you want to. I think this deck, like, it's kind of, it's not maybe quiet, but it's on the quieter side, I would say. It really invites us to like lean in and like look deeper at the cards, and you know, like the artwork is just gorgeous. And again, subjective, right? So whatever rocks your boat, but I think if you like Claire's artwork, you might enjoy this deck. And I am going to use it a little bit longer because, again, I don't want to, you know, say anything deeper about it because I just don't know yet. I haven't used it, but just based on the looks, it is a very interesting deck, and definitely one of those decks that probably will need some time to get friendly with and, you know, get to know them. Another one that I'm like so excited, I used it a little bit and I actually really like this deck a lot. It's the Dulla Oracle. The cards are gorgeous. The production in general, it's amazing. I love this kind of minimalistic take on the cards. It's a photographic deck, and as much as I'm not like the biggest fan of the photographic decks, I have a few, and this one is very kind of well, ephemeral for once, but also very kind of plastical, you know, like it has, like it feels a little bit sometimes like a painting. I like the keywords. There is a booklet that's really extensive and it takes you to different rituals and stuff like this. I noticed that, yeah, I like to skim through the book and like read what the authors, you know, propose for the cards. But I love using these cards also just based on the keywords and on my own impressions. You know, I've been working with cards for years now, and I just love to challenge myself often. So yeah, but this deck is definitely, and what they post also on the Instagram channel, you can take a look at Dulla Oracle feed. They always post like beautiful reels, very mindful. If you go through hardships or initiations or any type of changes in your life, I think the intention was to create this deck for these types of transitions. So I'm going to actually invite the creator of this deck for a chat. I would like to find out more why Dulla Oracle, and you know, what was their prompts. I just love looking at the cards when you suddenly start seeing a face, you know, and if you look from another angle, you might not see it. it's one of those decks that, oh, again, not maybe for everybody, but I love it. And it's peaceful. It's like, makes me always like settle in when I use it. And yeah, it's beautiful. So that Dulla Oracle, the review will be coming as well. I hope I can also mix it with some decks and tell you how I use it. I used to mix it with the Craft Decadence Oracle, so 2 Oracle decks together, and that worked like quite amazing. I have 2 more decks to review from Rockpool Oracle, this Deadly Apothecary Oracle. If you were on my Instagram, or if you follow me on Instagram, you probably saw the reels that I posted with this deck. I'm still a huge sucker for that red. I love this type of red. It's just so vibey and like so alive. The artwork is whatever, you know, and I'm saying whatever because it's not my particularly favorite artwork, but nevertheless I love this deck. Okay, I love that it has all the poisonous plants, and I did study poisonous plants with Catherine Solly, just a great course, and we did a lot of journeys with the plants, so I can work myself with the plants through these images. And I love how the author, well, I think Priestess Moon, she's on Instagram as well. She's gorgeous. And she said that in the book, you know, how it's done, that the cards actually, the poison, they show you the shadow side first, and then how can you work with it. So when you pull this card, this is more created for shadow work, really, with the poisonous plant. And then as an antidote to this, you get advice in the book. I love, you know, the booklet is quite, it's not very like extensive, so it's quite short, but I love to do research of the poisonous plant, read about lore. She gives you a little like kickstarting point, so you can go in. There's magical, historical uses, traditional, medicinal uses, other names, energy, and botanical name, which is awesome because, you know, you might be from different countries and you can definitely check via botanical name how the plant is called in your country. But oh, I love that it's the Lily of the Valley. And I actually talked to the creator, and I said, it's nettle poisonous? That's like, I never heard about the poisonous nettle plant. But she said that every plant in this deck is poisonous, and there is apparently a species of nettle that it's highly, highly poisonous. It's somewhere in South America. So in Europe, nettle is one of the most nourishing plants. But yeah, there is also a species of nettle that's poisonous. And another one is this Resurrection Oracle, Welcome to Your Life by Jenna della Grottalia. And like I always have to, with Oracle decks, it's strange because sometimes with tarot, I cannot mostly use tarot that I'm not gelling with art-wise. But with Oracle decks, I don't know, I just don't care. Because I think, like, if I was to say, this is not my personal favorite art style, but I actually think this Oracle is really beautiful. So I have it with Lemurian Starchild Oracle, which also objectively, you know, there's the artwork is not my cup of tea, but it has so much to give and share energetically that I love this Oracle. And similarly with this one, I was kind of drawn to it because of the keywords, because I thought the keywords are really cool. So like finding your niche and sick and tired, you know, like something they're very evocative keywords. I love those kind of type of keywords. And then I started looking at the cards, and I'm like, you know, it's not mine to the end, but then they have this like filter on the cards that make them look like a little bit vintagey. They're not so like bright as most of the new decks. And I actually really get it. I like this Oracle, I really do. And I think Rockpool is doing like such a great job with how they produce their decks. Like the gilding they choose, all different crazy colors, you know, the red one with Deadly Apothecary Oracle. They're really doing like they picked up, and the quality of the decks, the paper, it's really, really good. So this Oracle, it's very beautiful, I think. And it's the keywords and the booklet, it's really cool. It's simple. It can be used for like everyday readings. It can be used for deeper like psychological readings as well. And I really, really enjoy this one. And the art is very kind of mystical, but I don't know. It's kind of like pulls me in. It's like a story in every card, you know. So this is the Resurrection Oracle by Oracle. And I'm really happy to have these two decks. All right, what else did I get? I bought this one. It was In Your Stars, an astrology deck for daily guidance, by text by Sandy Citron and illustrations by Celia Jacobs. And it's actually like, I think it's so cool. So it's like this modern deck. I love this style when there's like bold colors. I love the backs. It's very like, feels like old Tarot de Marseille decks, you know, like thick paper, no lamination. I actually really enjoy it, but you can't bend it, all right? So it shuffles okay, but if you bend it, it kind of leaves the crease, so don't bend it. I saw somebody on YouTube doing a review of it and they bend it and it never went back to normal. So as an astrologer, I actually think this is a very cool deck. So you get 12 star signs and you get a couple of different keywords. There's 4 groups. I'm not going to do a review now, but yeah, take a look at this deck. It's very cool, but there's 4 groups. You get different keywords for like, you know, all these different symbols and different keywords for each sign. And you get also ascendant, you know, like planetary points from the chart. And I actually think that as from astrological perspective, this is a really good oracle to learn astrology, to go deeper with archetypes of the signs. And it's well written. It's really good. It's really good. And it's very cheap, very affordable. I got it on Amazon. So yeah, What's in Your Stars Oracle, an astrology deck, very, very cool. Another one that I got was like, you know, asked the creator because she sold out of these decks and then she had one extra copy returned from Poland for all the places. So then she sent it back to Poland. So I got this one. It's the Habr Tarot. She's actually kickstartering for another one of her decks. It is an AI deck, but I'm at the position where I don't mind AI decks. So I know that there's a lot of discussion going on, and I'm highly for incorporating rules for AI, but I don't think AI is going away. Like from perspective of astrology, even we're moving into air elements. All the cycles are changing from Earth. Like AI is not going to disappear, just like internet didn't disappear. So I also believe that using an eye, it's like doing a collage as well. Like artists actually still do art, you know. It's not just like you put the keywords. You should try. Like it's hard to do a good, coherent piece of art, you know. This is something that I feel artists still are artists and they work on it. So this is AI though, so for anybody who doesn't want to, you know, get AI decks, you have to know that. I think it should be very transparent for people, so they can actually choose AI no or AI I don't mind. But this deck is just gorgeous artwork, and it's very, I have a couple of, I love the, I think it's 10 of, it's 4 of Pentacles. I thought like for the year of the dragon, you know, I love that 4 of Pentacles with all these Chinese coins going on. Sometimes, compared to traditional decks, I feel like, you know, this is to me a little bit too narrow in a sense, like the 7 of Swords, as this thief card, because I also can see 7 of Swords as research, or maybe, you know, like it's stealing ideas as well or something. I don't know. It's like I like when the cards are a little bit more open to interpretation. That's just like kind of really making me, it's like a keyword if it was just thief, you know. Sometimes tough deck keywords also annoy the shit out of me. because I see cards from both perspectives always. There is not a card that's only good or only bad, right? So what am I looking for? I'm looking for one of those cards that like really made me go, ooh, I like it. But a couple of my friends had it and really enjoyed it, so I thought I'm going to give it a go and try. Oh, I love this one. So what was it? Oh, it's 9 of Pentacles. Okay. With this dragon and the coins, and I thought, oh, that's so pretty. I like it. So for Year of the Dragon, it can go on an altar. I haven't used the deck yet, of course, as with most of these decks. Love this strength. I think the artwork is awesome. It reminds me of some like Leni Riefenstahl or like some really pompous socialist art when we used to have those posters with like, you know, women on tractors and all of this stuff with during communism. It has this type of vibe to me, but also really kind of 20s, 30s vibe and 50s. There's just something unique about this deck, and I think it's beautiful. The art is awesome, and yeah, the creator has another deck called Habr Tarot. I think it's going to be on Kickstarter very soon. Maybe it's already on Kickstarter, but I'm excited to, you know, get to know this deck. And then the awesome Artis Tarot. I always get decks for review from them, but I actually purchased this one by Alejandra Rozan, the writer, and Marseille Tarot, just to support them, but also because I really love this deck. I think this is like my favorite Rider-Waite-Smith deck right now. So there's 2 extra cards. How cool. So usually you have this extra spare cards, right, when you print, and they use the backs to do the Pixie and Edgar White. So how cool is this? Arthur White, yes. So the backs are typical Rider-Waite-Smith, and then there is a mix of Rider-Waite-Smith and Marseille, and I just love it. It's so dynamic. I love Alejandro's artwork. I love what he did here with the stains and with this kind of mixture of Marseille style of art, but using Rider-Waite-Smith like template. It's fabulous. I love it. I love the other Alejandro Rozan's deck, the Tarot de Marseille with this crazy, what is it called? Oh, it's escaped me right now, but yeah, it's also an Artis Tarot. It's really, really great. So I think I'm going to use it a lot. This is one of my favorite Rider-Waite-Smith decks right now, and I love the coloring. I love the borders. I love everything about it. So yeah, so well done, Artis Tarot, bravo. And Alejandro Rozan, he rocks it. And they send me this cute postcards. How cool. I'm going to frame them and actually chuck them on my wall, because I personally love that backs of Pixie's deck, and I love that they use them as frames and kind of like brought, you know, enlarged the people. Oh, this is so going on my wall. I love it. Thank you, guys. And they sent me for a review also this Oracle deck, I Ching Oracle deck, which is really interesting because I was studying I Ching with Kristen from Over the Moon Academy. Of course, it's me, right? So I didn't stick through it to the end, but I started, and I'm actually fascinated by this system. And on Artis Tarot, there is this free lecture. I think you have to sign up for it, but it's free. With the Manzila. I watched half of the lecture in Thailand. He is really funny, and he did a really good job with the lecture, and he explains on how to use this deck, which gave me a lot of clarity, you know, how you can create the hexagrams together, and it's really great. So I highly recommend, if you're interested in I Ching, this deck. Of course, it's printed like, you know, a dream, because it's Artis Tarot, so it's linen paper. It's really nice, it's durable, it's going to last. Has the little booklet, but this lecture will explain everything in depth, and it's funny and it's interesting, and yeah, he's an interesting speaker, so I laughed during this lecture a lot. It was really cool. So these two from Artis Tarot, really great. And there is, guys, one more deck that I purchased myself as well. It's from Amazon. I wanted something gentle, oracle-ish, creative conscious healing. It's the 44 card oracle deck. I saw it somewhere on YouTube. Somebody has done a review of this deck, and I thought, oh, that's so sweet. It's very simple. It's kind of like, I thought it would be nice for inner child work. Again, I'm a sucker for good keywords, in my opinion, good. So like ice boundary, you know, emergency, energetic boundary, pink honeymoon, soothing, soothing hurt and inflammation. I mean, I loved it because it has also the body connotation. So it had the card of like belly, painful belly, or like nourishing belly, past self, connecting with what was, hot and cold, resetting your nervous system. It's very somatic, cute deck. Body connection, reclaiming the power of your body, nurture, give yourself love, care and encouragement, moon pebbles, challenging yourself with compassion. How cool, challenging yourself with compassion. A lot of us need to do that often. Composing energetic chords. I love this oracle. I think it's great. And actually, when I was doing it, I thought of Natalia's inner child card class, that it would be a really sweet oracle deck for inner child work. If because yeah, not everybody has challenging childhood, and there's always some work to do with inner child, and I think this one is really perfect because it's not only for traumatized inner children, you know. It has like just really sweet like take on it, and the artwork, I think it's really cute. So this is Creative Conscious Healing Oracle by Johanna or Johanna Wright. Joanna Wright. Very cute. So yes, that's the part two of my decks. There is one more actually that I just remembered of, and it is Chris's Burning Paper Hearts deck, the 3 Black Moons. So Chris has sent this one for a review. I also had, you know, his tarot deck for review years ago. And I was actually not expecting to like this one so much, because I watched like Racine's review and she wasn't that, like, you know, like impressed with it. And I thought I maybe won't connect to it, because with tarot deck I find sometimes it's harder to connect. But I actually like this oracle more than I thought I would, and it's easier for me to connect to it. And I actually enjoy that this is actually like a white with gold. It's, you know, it's bendy, it's quite flexible cards. It's rose petally, but it's not totally like sticking together. But it has, like, it doesn't slide that well if you like the slidey decks. It has this like soft matte feel to it. Very, very gorgeous. And I don't know, I kind of like it. I was kind of surprised myself, and I always liked some of his photographs, are amazing. Not all of them for my taste, but a lot of them has like different symbols in the cards. And also he split the oracle in a couple of groups. Very short descriptions. So, you know, as I said, with oracle decks and books, I'm very, very picky. And it's so personal, you know. Some of them I love and they have just 2 sentences, and some of them have this huge, I I like it. I like the images he used, because a lot of them are not, I like more his images that are a little bit kind of otherworldly. I don't like those typical, you know, just like, yeah, this lady standing here, you know. I prefer this one, which is like a little bit dreamier, a little bit out of focus. This is my preferred ones, and I like that one so much. So yeah, he has a lot of those cool ones in this deck, but it's, yeah, something to look out for. And again, I was really surprised for myself, because I actually did connect with this deck. So I'm going to do a review of this one as well. So this is called Three Black Moons Shadow Deck by Chris Madsen from Burning Paper Hearts. And now that's really it. And so thank you for watching. Let me know, like, any favorites here, and I'm looking forward to catching up with you very soon with some other topics, maybe some astrology. Bye.